What's up, YouTube? It's Kenny again. Wanted to make a video about a stock today that I believe could triple over the next year. It could do way better than that, to be honest. But that's my conservative thoughts on this stock. The ticker symbol for the stock is PACB, and it is Pacific Biosciences of California. Okay. So before we get started, I want to do the usual disclaimer. I'm just a truck driver driving across the country, researching and trading stocks. I am not a financial advisor. I am not your mama. Anything can happen in the stock market, and I will not be held responsible for any moves you choose to make. Do your own research, okay? All right, with that said, also, I want you to hit that subscribe button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get built up here. We've had a really good run, and I appreciate all of you new subscribers. But for those of you who are not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and smash on it and mash on it and like the video and leave me a comment about your thoughts on this stock. All right, so Pacific Biosciences, ticker symbol PACB. Now, I don't claim to fully understand genome sequencing or to fully understand the scope of what this company does. Okay, what I will say is that over the last, it's 10x'd. Okay, it's 10x'd since March. And a company called Ark Invest that I really believe in their investment strategy. Okay, Kathy Woods has an uncanny ability to like see what's coming, to like she kind of has a crystal ball, guys. And they've been talking for a long time about how she's been talking and they've been talking about how they think that the genome sequencing and gene therapy is going to just have a period of exponential growth over the next 5 years, okay? And this company, Pacific Biosciences, has created a machine that it just looks like it's the thing of the future. It is going to revolutionize this industry, okay? So let's talk about it. Now, PACB is the the top holding in Ark Invest's fund, the Ark G fund, their genome fund, okay? And she has said that she expects that this to be the next, the space that blows up more than these other spaces that they're invested in, okay? So even though I don't fully understand genome sequencing or this whole field, like, looking at the stock and the way it behaves and looking at the numbers, I really do see that this stock could potentially even 6x over this next year and probably will 10x or more in the next 5 years, okay? Now, if you're familiar with some of my other videos and stuff, you'll know that I don't take a lot of long-term positions in companies, okay? I don't. I take small long-term positions in one account that I have, and I just never touch that. And then in my Roth IRA, I do a lot of swing trading and stuff. Well, one of the companies that I have been holding in my Roth IRA is Enphase Energy, which ticker symbol is ENPH. And they're a very similar story. Last year, they like 7x'd, okay? And I've done really well with that company. And I expect for this PACB to do something similar over this next year. Like, I really do. Okay, so I'm going to start building a position. I always say buy the dips, okay? And right now, this stock has just made a pretty parabolic move to the upside. And so I'm looking for a pullback to start building a position. I would not buy right now, even though I still think there's upside right now. I always look for those dips. And I like the way that this stock looks. If you look at like the 4-hour increment chart, you'll see that it like does this, it makes a move and then it pulls back, and then it makes a move and then it pulls back, and it continues to do this throughout the last year basically, okay? So I like that because it allows me to buy in on dips and build a position, okay? So I'm going to start building a position for myself in this stock over the next couple of weeks. I'm about to sell off some stuff, take some profits. I've got a few things that are starting to mature that I think I want to sell, and I'm going to start rethinking my strategy for this year, for 2021, and this is one of the stocks that I'm going to build a position in, okay? So want to talk about what they do. Okay, now again, I'm not going to pretend to have a full understanding of gene therapy and genome sequencing, but I have done, a fair amount of research, and so let's talk about it. So in gene sequencing, okay, there are two different forms of sequencing the human genome. There's a long form and there's a short form, okay? Currently, the way things work, the long form gives a more complete picture of the DNA, okay? But it is not very accurate. And then the short form is very accurate, but it only gives a partial picture and there are pieces missing, okay? So what PACB has done is they've created this machine that does a long form of gene sequencing but has high accuracy like the short form, okay? And what this does is it basically revolutionizes the way that labs and hospitals and such are able to view the genome. Like, rather than doing a short form to try to get high accuracy and having a bunch of stuff missing, or doing the long form and having a bigger picture but not having the accuracy, they're able to do both in this one machine, okay? They give the big picture and also have the high level of accuracy. Now, once AI and gene therapy becomes more actively involved in this whole process, and is able to use this type of gene sequencing that PACB is doing, guys, there's infinite applications, okay? Like, this is why Ark talks about how they expect this super exponential growth over the next 5 years, okay? Because this field is on the verge of being able to cure things like diabetes and sickle cell and leukemia and all of this kind of stuff, that they're on the verge of being able, they can already kind of early detect it by looking at the genes, okay? But the gene therapy is going to enable them to actually cure these things. And this company, PACB, they're on the verge of being at the stage where they're going to be more widely adopted in these hospitals and labs and stuff like that. Their machine is going to revolutionize the field, okay? Now, it is true that this may be the top holding in the Ark G fund at the moment, but that could potentially at least partially be because they've been buying it heavily while it's doing this 10x. So it has grown and increased its weight inside of their portfolio, okay? But what has not happened is they have not sold it off to rebalance to bring it to a lower position in the fund's holdings. So that says that they have a lot of confidence in the stock moving forward. And the more I've looked at it, the more I do too. Like I said, I don't make a lot of long-term positions, and I'm going to start building a position to hold for an indefinite amount of time in my Roth IRA over the next couple of weeks. I'm going to sell off some stuff, I'm going to free up some money, and I'm going to start building a position in this company, because I do believe, like I say, on the conservative side, that this could triple or more. I really see that this stock could 5 to 10x again this year, okay? I mean, go look at the charts. Go look at the information. You go watch a bunch of YouTube videos. Go look at the investor presentation. They have quite a bit of cash on hand. The company looks solid. The fundamentals, of course, when you look at the fundamentals of a growth company, of a company like this that's still in its early stages, the numbers are not going to look real great. They're not they're not profitable yet, so there's no earnings per share. I would imagine they probably have a really high forward PE. The numbers on growth companies typically don't look real great, okay? But I mean, go look at what Tesla's done. Look at Amazon. Look at a lot of these companies that numbers did not look real great, and they still like exploded. And even today, when you look at the forward PEs of these companies, they're like super high, crazy looking. You know, the numbers are just, that's what growth stocks are. The numbers look crazy when they're in these exponential periods of growth. And they also don't typically show a lot of profits because they're dumping money back into R&D, and they're dumping money back into a lot of other things that reduce their actual profitability. But the stock has been, I mean, it's gone nuts over this last year, and I expect it to continue to grow. And when they become more widely adopted, which could happen over this next year, this stock's going to the fucking moon, guys. So I encourage you to look into it. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to buy this stock. I'm telling you what I'm doing. And, I'm not your mama. I'm not going to be responsible. This stock could do anything. I don't have a crystal ball. The stock market is volatile. But I see huge potential in this stock. And I also like the fact that there aren't a lot of huge YouTubers and stuff making videos about this stock yet. And so it hasn't really like gotten all the hype and everything that it a lot of these stocks that run up have, but it's still run up. I think that's a good thing. I think it provides a buying opportunity. And then in the event that it does catch on and all kinds of people start making videos and doing articles and all this stuff about this stock, I think that's going to happen this year, and I think that's what's going to help push this stock up to new highs. And I believe I can make a lot of money on this stock this year. I don't know how long I'll hold it. If it has a really big parabolic move, I may sell it, just because that's the way I trade, guys. I like to lock in profits. But as of now, the plan is to buy it and hold it, for an indefinite period of time. Okay. And like I said, I'm reevaluating my portfolio in my Roth IRA. I've already taken some profits on some things. I'm going to take some more profits, hopefully in the next week or so, and pull money out of things to start rebalancing for 2021, because I feel like green energy, EVs to a certain extent. I do think that a lot of the big pops are done in EVs, but I still expect them to be trending upward throughout the year. Clean energy, solar, is like, I really believe in that over this year. And, a lot of these advances in healthcare and stuff too, although I've always had a hard time investing in like biosciences and stuff like that because I don't fully understand it. But this one, the research I've done is really strong. It really suggests that this company could like just continue to go nuts through the whole year, guys. So go get a look at it. Get your eyes on it. Try to see if you can get an idea and an understanding of some sort of what this company does and why it's important and why it could really just grow exponentially over the next year, and especially the next 4 or 5 years. Okay, get your eyes on it. Make a decision for yourself. Do your own research, and hit that subscribe button. Like the video. Tell me what you think. Help me build the channel. Thanks for watching, guys.